Brings you the Mays and Eytan Show.
Middays with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander.
Now, it's the Midday Show with Harry Mays and Eytan Shander on 97.3 ESPN Radio.
All right, Harry, I'm not going to sit here and listen to you or anybody else say now is the time. You know, I waited because I've been trying to push you and everybody else over this cliff for the last 2 weeks, warning everybody that investing any time and effort into defending where we are right now with this Philadelphia Phillies team and the fact that they are in any type of realistic soft or hard contention for a playoff spot, wild card or not, is foolish. It's as foolish as you can get when it comes to buying in and investing. It would be like putting $1,000 on the Miami Dolphins to win the Super Bowl this year. It would be as foolish as looking at the New York Knicks to win the Eastern Conference. I mean, the fact that you and others were sitting here as late as yesterday saying that you were still on board. Are you now convinced, sir?
Well,
are you now at a point where you can look back and say 16-2 officially ended my season?
Well, yeah, and I want to know from people today via the text board if last night was rock bottom for the Phillies for this season, and if you are out on the team going forward, because I can tell you I am. I only stayed in till the top of the fourth last night. That's when I knew the game was totally over.
Yeah, but okay, I'm sorry.
I mean, you go back to what happened in the third. They had bases loaded. Franco grounds to third and totally lollygagged it down the first base line. There was an errant throw. It pulled Muncy off the bag. He easily would have made first base, and they score a couple of runs, and the inning goes on. But he literally jogged it like an old man down the first base line, and Muncy can make the play, readjust, and make the out. And it's just I've been kind of avoiding this topic all season because it's happened with other players throughout the season, and it continues to happen. And it's just like there is never any accountability with this roster and with this manager. And it reared its ugly head in a big way last night in a big game against the best team in the major leagues at home, where their fans it sounded like they outnumbered Philly fans. Between the Dodger fans and all the empty blue seats that looked like Dodger fans, I thought I was in Chavez Ravine. It was ridiculous.
The empty seats were louder than all the Phillies fans.
I know, and rightly so. I mean, what did the Phillies fans have to cheer about last night?
Not a damn thing.
That was an awful performance, totally embarrassing. The next, half inning, the Dodgers scored 6 runs. Three other runs were scored on hits that didn't even get to the outfield. You had a double steal. Guy stole home in a double steal. They had a safety squeeze. I mean, it was a total joke. I thought I was watching Little League.
I agree.
Really. So I'm out.
No,
I'm out.
Good.
9 days to training camp. I got the British Open. I don't need it.
Listen, I am so happy to hear this, and I can't wait to see Glenn and Dan and everybody else from EHT and others who will be weighing in, chiming in. The text board's wide open, 609-403-0973. Wow, I look up, it's only 3 minutes into the show.
Oh, I know.
I felt like, we got a lot out right there. Not that we need, any help killing a segment or two, but I'm just thinking, when you look at where we are right now with this baseball team, it shouldn't have. I'm happy that you're on this side, but let's be honest. In hindsight,
it's a shame.
It should. Well, yes, but it's
a shame.
But it shouldn't have taken you this long either. You've seen the signs of an unhealthy relationship.
Oh, I know.
And you knew at some point the main squeeze was coming back from science camp, wherever the hell else.
Science camp.
Well,
I wouldn't have a main squeeze at science camp.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's undercover. Maybe you don't tell the rest of the guys on your choppers.
She'd have been an insurance camp.
Yeah,
that's what it would have. Commercial insurance camp.
Medical camp.
Lighthouse would be giving a seminar, and she would have been there for a couple weeks.
Is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know Lighthouse. Our guy Kevin is doing that, running seminars like that. We need to sign up. Is this like the Tony Robbins?
Right. Motivational. Yeah, the Phillies could use that. But no, and if it gets any better, if you really still want to hang in for one more game, you got Vince Velasquez on the hill tonight against Buehler, who's a stud. And Vince Velasquez, I'm reading this off of BW Crossing Broad, Bob from Crossing Broad's Twitter page.
He'll join us tomorrow on his weekly spot.
Right, he's great. He goes, Vince Velasquez has completed 6 innings in 1 of his 10 starts this season.
So who's
Now,
watching
keep
this?
in mind,
why would you want to watch him?
the Phillies had Roman Quinn in the game last night. All
that's
right?
how bad it
the
got.
Phillies bullpen is in shambles, he continues. Whatever his best is, they need it tonight. Now, do you think you're going to get 6 good innings out of Velasquez tonight against this baseball team?
No.
He's probably going to have 50 pitches in the first inning and a half.
Cody Bellinger's probably sitting there thinking, how many can I get off this
Yeah.
guy tonight? 3,
Yeah.
4? I mean, they're probably putting money in a pool to see who's going to have the first multi-home run game tonight.
Right. Who has 2 dingers tonight before the 5th inning?
Unbelievable. You know, this is an embarrassment, and I don't even understand at this point why anybody is going to continue to watch this. Like,
Well, you can
what
see it,
return
though.
of investment are you getting right now?
Yeah, but you can see it at the stadium. I mean, last night you had a
Good.
Dodgers team
Good.
coming in, and there was empty blue seats everywhere you looked. So apparently the fans have already decided.
And you know, I have to be honest with you, it's a good thing. It's a good
I'm
thing.
fine with it.
Me too.
I'm not ripping the fans for not going.
No,
I mean,
no.
jeez.
I'm not either.
Yesterday was a beautiful day. It was the best weather day you're going to have in July at this part of the country.
As far
that
as
was
not
awesome.
being too hot?
Not too hot, not too humid. It was beautiful. I mean, it's a real shame that the people that went down there last night to try to salvage, see if their team could salvage the season, got totally handed a bleep sandwich.
Did you play golf yesterday?
No, club's closed.
Why?
Mondays are closed.
Oh, every day in the summer? I
Every
figured-
Monday in the season.
Is that just the thing?
You need a maintenance day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need a day off.
Not me, but I sat on the front
What is
porch
this, load
and smoked a
management?
cigar.
Okay.
It was beautiful.
Okay. I didn't know. Now, I need to know these things. If I'm going to join a club coming up in the next couple of months, I need to know these
Yeah,
things.
most of them are closed on Mondays.
On Mondays, okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know.
Yeah.
I like to
That's
go
what
out.
outing days are anyway, most of them.
Where you just show people the club and everything?
No. An outing, like a golf outing, will take place usually on Mondays because the members, the clubs are closed to the members anyway.
I thought maybe another outing, like an announcement.
No, we're not outing anybody.
Okay.
No, not that kind of outing.
Not that kind of outing.
Jeez. But here's another Bob from Crossing Broad tweet.
Oh, gee, this
you
is
talked
gonna
about
get
the
worse, isn't
Phillies
it?
pitching. Yeah.
This is gonna get
Can it
worse.
get better?
No.
They've allowed 158 home runs this season already. We're just over halfway through. That's 16 more than the National League's next closest teams, which is the Rockies, and you know where they play half their games.
Right.
All right, and launching pad. Amazingly, both Phillies
my
relievers and starters have each surrendered the most home runs in the NL this season.
Is it that bad?
Yes,
really?
it is that bad.
So with all the talk about the ball being juiced, it looks like the Phillies are one of the few teams that's feeling the brunt of it.
Well, yeah.
Like 23 teams
I don't
aren't.
think you need juice balls to hit home runs off of this pitching staff.
That's true.
Seriously.
You could go back to the dead ball era. This ball's going to fly out 500 feet.
Did you hear the bat when Bellinger hit those home runs?
okay.
It was like
Do we
when
have any
Harper
of that
hit-
sound?
My God.
Do we have any Cody Bellinger? I mean, I can find it. It's not hard on Twitter, but yeah, that.
I mean,
I was playing it early this morning, and that's something that the overnight producer brought up, which is just like that. He sounds like he massacred it.
yeah.
And I'm listening to it over and over again in my head, thinking, wow, can you imagine how loud that was down there?
Yeah.
There's some of those that are just, they resonate throughout the entire stadium, and you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, but
that
I mean,
was one of them.
You had "Let's Go Dodgers" chants in the stadium last
MVP
night.
chants.
You had
come on.
overrated chants at Bryce Harper. I mean, the Dodgers fans took over. It was like what Eagles fans do on the road in certain spots.
Are we at a point right now where overrated is going to be a prevalent cheer throughout the games? Because if that's the case, then I'm out. Then don't even show up. Like, there's no point of what. If people are saying overrated year one of a 13-year deal, I get being pissed off.
No, it wasn't the Phillies fans. It was the Dodger fans were giving him the business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But it was that loud for the Dodgers
Yeah,
fans.
he acknowledged them, too.
Good. I like
Yeah.
Bryce acknowledging people.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, we're live on the Twitch channel. Mays and Eytan, Periscope as well, Shander Show. We'll get Mays channel up at some point, right?
Oh, yeah? No,
Maybe
I
when
don't
we
think
move
so.
into the new studio.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man, wait till you see. I already have this thing decked out. There are going to be 4 TVs.
Were you over there yesterday?
Yes.
Oh, you did?
I've been there the last 2
How's
days.
the mold thing?
Well, the contractor's coming today. The mold
okay.
guy's coming at some point today, tomorrow, and then the inspection tomorrow. So by Thursday, I'll know everything.
Yeah.
And I'll know exactly what I need to
You
fix.
going to go to my boys at Ed's TV? That's the people that hooked me up.
For what, a man cave type
For all
stuff?
your TVs.
Well, I have the TVs.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, I just need people to hook them up.
Oh, well, that's where they do that, too.
All right, nice. I saw somebody on Twitter. Did you see this? This was early this morning. Somebody hit me up, and you tagged as well on Twitter. And, first off, you're going to love this. I went off this morning. On the Roswell, on the Area 51 thing, right?
Okay.
And I'm going off, and it was a beautiful 14-minute rant, all right?
Mm-hmm.
And you know me, I don't toot my own horn about certain stuff, but if it's a 14-minute rant, then there's certain things I can do right.
Now, this is about these nitwits that
Correct,
want to
the
go to
300,000
Roswell,
plus,
to Area
right.
51
Well,
and shoot aliens, right?
But it's not Roswell. And for some reason, I conflated. Is that the word?
Is Area 51 in Nevada?
They're both in Lincoln County. Roswell's Lincoln County, New Mexico, and Area 51 is Lincoln County, Nevada.
That's Nevada.
Right.
Yeah,
Roswell is where the actual alien allegedly crashed.
Yeah, that's
back
in New
in
Mexico.
59.
Right.
So I'm going on and on about this thing, and then I'm using all this data. I'm like, go on, look at the map, satellite map, Roswell. And I'm just talking about Roswell as Area 51. And I got people, and at least people are listening. You idiot. It's in Nevada. And I'm just seeing this as I'm scrolling looking for this. All right, here we go. AJ tweets at Hubba_Hubba. This is 10 hours ago, Harry. All right, I can't say the first word because it's an FCC violation. He says, for rent in Montgomeryville, up from Green Turtle. Want it, Eytan. Now, I responded yes. Now, look at that setup.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, that's great. It looks like he's got, a couple of 40-inch TVs to the side and a big one in the middle.
Yeah, exactly right. He's got
Both sides.
He's 5 TVs total. There's one in the middle. It's like the Brady Bunch.
Right,
there's one in the middle. You got Alice to the right.
Yeah. That's a good set. That's a great setup.
I can't wait. Now, I'm going to have the couches in. You and I are going to have a real table, too.
Oh, really?
Because this is going to be on camera. This whole thing. So we're going to have – you know what I got for us? This is great. I got us one of those trapezoid tables. Do you remember that?
What?
Do you remember those trapezoid tables that you and a lab partner would sit at in class?
No.
They're actually designed for 3 people. So when we add a third person, whoever that may be.
Wait, we're adding a third person?
Well, you never know at this point, man.
Who's paying for that person?
Oh, no. Nobody's paying.
Oh, okay.
No. It would be, if we have something.
I kind of thought that Area 51 was in Nevada yesterday because they used to name the minor league baseball team
the
in
Area
the Pacific
51s,
Coast League, the Las Vegas 51s or something.
Right.
I think there's something else now, but they used to call them that.
All right, so our buddy Sean, and this is Sean from Pine Hill on Facebook. Tickets $200, food $100, parking $40.
Jeez.
Paying all that to see Roman Quinn pitch, priceless.
Oh, it's a great tweet.
Phil's offering 12-game packages for $60 in August. You know what? I bought a pair because that lower level will be so empty I could sit as low as I want with whatever one of my kids I bring that game.
That's a good
idea. You know
idea.
what? He could even wear his Giants hat.
That's a good idea.
He could wear his New York Giants hat. Nobody would say a damn thing.
Right. He's a Phillies fan, but he's also a New York football Giants fan.
And I'm not saying that to rip him. I'm just saying that's how bad it would be if you're there in August with nobody at the stadium.
You know what the Dodgers are today? Minus 192 I'm seeing here.
I would think that's motivation. We're going to tell you, you know what? This is it. You want to talk about spending that $250 that we're giving you, courtesy of Parks Casino. I ran into somebody yesterday, Harry, who's listening to us on the app in my building, our studio here, right? And said, hey, I heard this thing about Parks. I signed up. I got an Android phone. I can sign up online. But I realized I don't know what the hell to do with it. Who do I go? Who do I look at? Where do I go to get any analysis? So I said, listen to the show because Harry's really good, and I'll throw some nuggets in there every now and again. But, we have people on. We talk things. This is the easiest way that I think we can tell people, you want a lock? Mm-hmm. I would think it's the Dodgers on the money line tonight.
Well, I'd take the run line. I wouldn't want to risk.
What's the run line?
The run line at, let's see, minus 125. So you're only risking 125 there.
Now,
but they got to win by 2.
Correct. You have to win by 2.
Yeah.
You take the run line, and you go to parkscasino.com/fan, parxcasino.com/fan. Use our promo code SPORTS. That's key, that you use our promo code SPORTS because you're going to get a risk-free bet of up to $250. You put $250 on the run line tonight on the Dodgers, that's as solid of a bet as we can't guarantee 100%, but we can pretty much lock things in.
Yeah, I like that.
And you're pretty good.
Oh, I like that.
When you've got a feel, you're pretty good. At Harry Mays to you at Shander Show. All right, Josh, let's listen to, you know what? What the hell? Let's play them back-to-back if we can. This is Cody Bellinger officially ending the Philadelphia Phillies season last night.
Bellinger hits a high drive to right field. Harper hoping to have a play. He will not. It is gone. Cody Bellinger.
He's on his way to MVP.
Now, that's the first one,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, he hit 2.
This is the second one. Again, Dodgers radio here. Better to hear that than Fransky or anybody else.
This is ESPN
this is ESPN.
TV.
Pardon me, ESPN
Yeah.
TV. Shame on me. All right, so we have the second one now, right? Dave Fleming. Another good Fleming. Fleming State.
Bellinger might have hit another one. Sky high again to center field. And gone into that Phillies bullpen. My goodness.
Now you talked over.
We're going to have to play it again because Harry's upset. Go ahead.
See those gray hairs.
Wow, that was a good one. That was better than the first one.
Again to center field. And gone into that Phillies bullpen. My goodness.
My goodness, into the Phillies bullpen. I love it. I love it. The season's over. Now it's okay.
It's not good that the season's over before the trade deadline.
It is in the sense that, well, don't you want the reality? Don't you want real life in front of you? You know, do you want to be soured with false hope? Do you want to see somebody?
It wasn't just false hope. It was like some entertainment because I got to be honest. I know I'm counting down the days till training camp starts. That's really just sort of a benchmark, a ceremonial day more than anything else because then you're just bored to tears with preseason football games until you get to the third preseason game, which is somewhat interesting because you'll get to see starters maybe for the first half. And then you're like, well, when's the first game? So I know we get all geeked up about training camp, but there's really nothing happens.
No,
you know what I mean?
But can I?
So what am I going to do in August?
Are we not at a point, both with the league and the team that represents us in the league, where we're going to talk a lot about the start of the Sixers season before it happens, similarly like we do with the Eagles?
I'm not saying so much about what we're going to talk about on our shows. I'm saying what am I going to do with my evenings? You know, when it's 90 degrees out. And humid for the month of August. What am I going to do on a Tuesday night?
I tell you, I've got 2 nice leather couches. I've got 5 TVs that'll be up on the wall.
Yeah.
All right?
Right,
I've got a smoke
What,
section.
what's going to be on the TVs, though? That's my point.
Whatever you want. 5 TVs, whatever you want.
Right.
I got Hulu running on one. I got PlayStation View on another.
We're going to get King of Queens on 5 television screens.
Right. 5 different episodes of King of Queens.
Sign me up for that.
That's going to be my
no one
dream,
ever.
All right?
Yeah.
I'm going to have a box of donuts.
Oh
I'm going to have
God.
a big thing of coffee. And I'm going to have each season is going to be, first 5 seasons, going to be represented on each television.
That's donuts and coffee. I'm already out. Where's the alcohol?
No,
exactly.
I got to be there for the long haul, man. I'm not going to pass out 2 episodes in. Then what's the point? I got to enjoy
Pass out after 2 episodes. What are you talking about?
Well, yeah, if I'm taking shots of vodka, you know.
Who's drinking shots of vodka?
Shots of
Listen,
vodka.
I just put
Insane.
5 shots
What do you
in one
think?
glass.
What do you think? I'm going to sip some beer? Get the hell out of here.
Good
Oh,
Lord.
my goodness.
How about just sip the vodka, for goodness sake?
Josh, did you see the pour that I put on Twitter last night?
Oh,
did you happen to
Jesus.
see that pour?
What? You're putting
See, this
pours
is-
up?
Yeah,
This is what happens.
This is what happens when the Phillies suck, okay?
Oh, look at this. You want to talk about advertisement. Parks Casino, I hope you're listening because this is how it works, all right? Word of mouth, word of mouth, word of mouth. We thank Jake Ross just earned himself a follow, a blind follow, all right? At Jake7Ross. This guy could be a troll. He could be a miserable human being, but I'm following him now.
Okay, great.
All right? I love Jake. Parks gave me a $10 free bet yesterday for opening the online account. Instantly put it on the Dodgers, and we saw how that went.
Wow, good for him.
We're telling you, man, parkscasino.com/fan. Use our promo code SPORTS, and you'll get a risk-free bet up to $250. All right, you want to hit some text real quick?
Yeah, let's do it.
609-403-0973. This is Chad from Mays Landing. I went to the game last night, and the Dodgers fans didn't outnumber the Phillies fans, but they were definitely louder.
Yeah, I didn't say they outnumbered him. I said it sounded like they outnumbered him. I know they didn't outnumber him.
Pitiful showing last night by the fans and the team. Hey,
Well, I mean, what are the fans supposed to do?
maybe not allow the stadium to get taken over when we make fun of other stadiums that get taken over?
Well, I
don't
mean,
know.
what did you want to spend? Should 20,000 more Phillies fans have shown up and spent their money to watch that Drek last night?
I don't know.
You know?
Now, here's another text, and you've worked with me long enough to know that there's a radar that goes up. Like, you have a really good BS antenna, right?
Well, I was told that, actually.
Well,
I know
I've
I
told you
do,
that.
but I was told that by a program director and a station manager at my first radio station.
Is that right? Is
'Cause
this up in Allentown?
Yeah, we got into it. We got into a big beef.
Because you called him out on his BS?
Yes.
And he's like, all right, you called me out?
All right, Mace, you've got one hell of a bleed.
Because he admitted
He
that
admitted
you called him out.
he was lying to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for me,
0.5 microns.
and I'm telling you, man, I've worked with you long enough to know that when something just sounds it, and usually it's in this business, and this is why Gil is great, but in this business, you usually have such a big detachment from the person doing the show and the person governing the shows. So a lot of times the BS meter is over. But you have a really good one. Mine is different. Mine is like the Twitter troll or like or I'll give you an example. Like I dimed out and sniffed out, I should say, not dimed, that's a different term. I sniffed out a couple of people sending text to or putting in their own calls to those call lines at our other place that we were working at. I'm not talking about like a Dwayne thing. I'm talking about like saying like propping themselves up in a different voice to make it sound like, hey, fill in the blank is doing great. Like, I think one guy did it for your old producer. One guy did it for the producer that I used to work with as well.
Oh, okay. So you mean
fabricating calls or having a buddy call up to make them look better.
And say, this guy sounded great over the weekend.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly right.
Genius.
Yes. Right? And I'm like, wait a second. Something doesn't add up on that.
Yeah.
So my meter is not full, but it's like starting to blip on this text, all right? 609-403-0973.
Before you read it, there's also, they have guys go on message boards and do that too.
Oh, on the radio.com
yes.
message board. Hey, man, that Sal Tunis knocked it out of the park, man.
I'm not talking
8 to
him.
midnight on Saturday night.
He's actually good.
No, he's really good. And that's why I bring him up, because I love him. 609-403-0973. Put Josh on the radio. It's a slow day.
Oh, here we go.
Now, do you think Josh
Let's put
sent
him
that
on.
from his – well, yeah, exactly. We put Josh on a lot. But do you think Josh sent that from a burner? Do you think Josh had a friend of his send that in?
I don't think Josh is that kind of dude.
Well, that's what makes it such an easy pass, is because nobody ever suspects Josh.
Well, Josh can have the next hour and 40 minutes by my
and you'll
count.
go home?
Yeah, I don't care.
Well, you better check with Jacob Media if you still get paid for today.
That's fine.
You might sacrifice 45% of your pay by walking out right now.
Hey, whatever.
Now, what would you do if you walked out right now? What would you do?
I'd go have lunch.
Well, we can Grubhub something.
No, I'm not Grubhubbing anything.
I Grubhubbed Wawa last night.
You did?
It was a beautiful thing.
Now, here you are ripping Wawa and their hoagies. You and Mike Sealski about
I didn't
2
Grubhub
weeks
a
ago.
hoagie.
Well, what did you get?
Do you want to? I threw it out. I threw the bag out, but it was it was a perfect stoner order. You ready for this?
What, you get a big bag of Ruffles?
No, I'm going to read it. I'm going to read what I got.
cheddar cheese Ruffles?
No, I'm going to read you the order, all right? Because you wouldn't believe it if I just read it. You would have to see the actual order.
So
for
how many
yourself.
items?
I think there were I got 5 bottles of water.
Well, of course.
Right, so if you count the 5 bottles of water.
No, that don't count.
6. All right, so total 1, 2, 3, 6 items total, and one of those items is times 5.
Okay.
All right, so I got 5 bottles of Smart Water.
Yeah.
I got 1 Gatorade, this 28-ounce Gatorade that's still here. I got a mocha frozen cappuccino.
What?
Yeah, just because, I wanted something I got this at like 11 o'clock at night. So instead of drinking a cup of coffee, I had the frozen cappuccino. But,
right.
I wanted the frozen drink. I got a medium bowl of rice and beans. I got a tasty cake peanut butter candy cake.
Oh, my God.
And I got a chocolate avalanche croissant.
What's with all the sugar, man?
11 o'clock at night, I got to do a show, man.
See, this overnight thing is unhealthy. I'm telling you. You're going to crash and burn.
That's what fair.
I've been telling people about all the hours that you work. I even texted a buddy, a mutual friend of ours yesterday, and said that I just listened to Shander get done with his 2 to 3 o'clock show. He did 1 till 6. He did noon to 2 and 2 to 3. And our friend says, I'm getting tired just reading this.